We received a report you were taking photos of the base.
Yeah, it's a sheriff's deputy. Delta 4174 Charlie. The plate.
I need to see some ID.
For what?
Taking photos of the base.
Is that illegal?
Yeah, it is.
Hello. But first of all, let's de-escalate. You guys are, your blood pressure's up, you're breathing fast, you are. You're a little amped up too, okay? So let's just chill out. Hey everyone, I am free. It's July 30th, 2024. I am in technically the city of Silverdale here in Kitsap County. This is the the Bangor Naval Submarine Station right here. This is one of the gates. I'm actually going to get some photos up here of the main gate because I got some tips and leads, well, a tip and a lead from a person who wanted to get some interesting photos of the main entry gate from a bridge that I'm coming up on up over there. And he alleges that some folk from the naval station approached him and said he wasn't allowed to take photos from the bridge, which makes zero sense. As you can see, they've clearly done their diligence. They've marked where the limit of publicly available space is, where U.S. government property is. It's still public, it's just controlled. So I'm here to get those photos and see if there's any merit to these allegations about the Navy being abusive. Now the good thing is, which is not corroborated at this point, is that the individual said that the Naval Station Police, the federal police, came up here where he was taking photos and told him to stop, that he wasn't allowed to take photos. This is all allegations, and that he had to erase them. So far, I mean, they're doing everything fine. I don't think there's anything inappropriate. I mean, hey, they're just letting themselves be known that they're there, that's the limit. You can see the blue line down there on the roadway. For them to make it clear, hey, this is a federal installation, you're not allowed to go beyond that, no trespassing. Anyways, that lady just stopped to get a photo of me. Certainly her option to do so. What I find interesting, though, again, about all this is that the guy, well, I'm assuming it's a guy, actually I didn't even get that. The individual stated to me that he was trying to get photo and video and that they came up and made him erase it. That is absolutely 100% unlawful. That would not be a legal thing to do at all. So I'm kind of questioning if that even happened, though, at this point. Yeah, I don't think so. That one's going back. The other one is just sitting there. I mean, they're being completely reasonable. I have no reason to believe that that anything is afoot here in terms of bad behavior from them. I mean, they've done absolutely nothing unlawful or even intimidating or anything like that. So that's good. I'm going to give this a few more minutes and then call it good, because I don't think they're actually going to do anything here, and I think this tip and lead is invalid. like they've all gathered up ahead. Although I have to say, based on what I'm observing here, I just don't believe that the tips and leads were what I was told they were. Because, you know, are they talking with people, their own, and maybe local police, like the sheriff's department? Sure. Nothing wrong with that at all. But what I'm not seeing is the police confronting me, accosting me, telling me I can't record audio, video, it takes still photograph images there. They're not confronting me and saying I have to delete whatever I've taken. The only thing that would allow that is Title 18 of the United States Code, Section 795. But they have to conspicuously post those notices. You can't just be like, oh yeah, it's 795 here. And they've done nothing to violate those liberties. So I can't say that there's anything that they have done that is wrong. It's 977 WSP for the state trooper. Yeah, it's a sheriff's deputy. Delta 4174 Charlie. The plate. 3597 for the Navy vehicle. What's up? Sorry, I can't hear you. What?
We received a report you were taking photos of the base.
Okay.
Need to see some ID.
For what?
Taking photos of the base.
Is that illegal?
Yeah, it is.
So you had an 18 USC 795 sign where I was on county property. You know that big blue line, right?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, I wasn't past it.
It was just suspicious activity.
Look, and I may be wrong here, so correct me if I'm wrong. First of all, let's de-escalate. You guys are, your blood pressure's up, you're breathing fast, you're a little amped up too, okay? So let's just chill out. Seriously, I have no ill will for you guys, not looking to do anything bad or anything like that, okay?
Look, I've kept my blood pressure.
Hey, look, I just want to chill out with you guys first of all, okay? So I want to make sure this doesn't get violent. I don't want any shooting stuff or beat downs, tasers, elbows to the face, nothing like that.
Here, look, that's not what we're here for.
Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. Like, just gotta understand, like, where we're coming from.
Sure.
We were reported of like surveillance.
Okay.
No face, or you have face covering on.
Yeah.
So, just suspicious activity, right?
No.
No.
I mean, we just got done with COVID. I mean, how many people? Granted, you two fine young men are not walking around with a face mask because you don't feel like you need to do so, but I'm old and haggard and, you know, I kind of look like I'm on the last 3 years of my life. I'm so aged, so I try to just kind of cover it up for everybody's own safety so they don't go, dear God, what is that thing over there?
Yeah, and that's your prerogative, right? Like, we're not here to tell you that you
No, I get it. I'm just trying to add a little levity to the situation.
Yeah,
Okay. All right, so let me ask you this. Congress may have just passed this, and if they did, fair enough. So last time I knew, suspicion was not a misdemeanor or a felony, but they may have just passed a new law that they sent to President Biden where he made suspicion like a felony or maybe even a capital offense.
See, it's not a felony, but we're doing what's called a Terry stop, right?
Sure.
Reasonable suspicion, that's the threshold.
Okay, well, what's the reasonable, articulatable suspicion of a crime that you believe has occurred, is about to occur, or is occurring right now?
Surveillance of government facilities.
That's not illegal unless there is a sign that is conspicuously posted in accordance with 18 USC 795. You guys familiar with Groom Lake down in Nevada? Area 51?
Okay.
All right. So if you go there, because there's some UFO people that love to go down there and take photos. Even though it is starkly out in the middle of nowhere, they have signs, 18 USC 795. If you guys are familiar with that statute, it says you can't take photos, video, you can't sketch, you can't even draw anything. It literally says that in the statute of an installation where that's marked. Now, there's no conspicuously listed signage or anything like that that says you can't take a photo here, or video, or drawings, or anything else. So where I'm at, was totally lawful for me to be present there doing lawful activities. One of the two things in the First Amendment, press and speech. So I'm allowed to be there doing that. I never went beyond the blue line. I made sure I respected, looked at GIS, didn't go on there. I didn't want you guys thinking I was trying to be a 20-year-old getting up on a roof trying to kill the former president or something, right? My whole point here is I was just doing a lawful activity. I'm working on something. It's for my employment. It has nothing to do with anything bad. I have no ill will or bad wishes for you guys or anyone else on that installation or anywhere in this country.
Okay, well, if you don't mind, what do you do for employment?
I can't share that with you now, but if you guys got a business card, I double dog promise you that I will email you and let you guys know when I'm done. But
I don't have any business cards on me. Do you have a piece of paper I can write down my email?
You can just record me. So if you want to give me your email address, I'm happy to email you.
Yeah, absolutely. It's
right.
Morgan, Morgan,
okay.
period, Piles, Piles,
okay.
at ncis.navy.mil.
Cool. Do you want me to just email you? Or do you want...
just email me.
Sure, that's fine.
Good,
cool.
Okay.
All right, yeah.
Were there any Navy personnel that made contact with you at all, or any
Just
Kitsap
you guys.
County?
All right, so you're NCIS. Can I...
NCIS.
You're
as well.
NCIS too, okay.
Absolutely.
Do you guys have business cards by chance?
Not on me, no, but
Can
I do.
I-
Do you want to see some identification?
Yes, that's
Yeah,
awesome.
absolutely.
Morning. Do you have like a badge number or ID number? How do you guys do it?
likewise.
So my credential number is
Ryan Reid, okay.
8075.
8075 and
And then what's your name, sir?
Gandalf.
Gandalf.
Oh, it's Gandolph. I'm not the guy from the Shire or whatever. Some people confuse it.
He had a pretty long beard.
Different wizard completely, yeah. Plus he has a wicked beard, and that guy can blow smoke rings like no one else. I don't know if you guys have seen it, but it's pretty epic.
Some good memes out there.
Yeah. Good stuff, yeah.
Nice.
Anyways,
But,
so any other questions I can answer?
No.
yeah, absolutely.
And
but
just
I
to let you
want
guys know too, these are the non-flamethrower, non-missile mounted cameras, so they're just normal cameras. They don't
Okay.
come equipped with like ICBMs or anything like that.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, no, of course. It's,
Gotta lighten up a little bit, guys. Just the guy on the side of the road talking to you.
of course, but I mean, from our perspective, right,
Like what we had reported to us was suspicious individual, face covering, couldn't really make out any ID. They weren't sure what kind of vest you were, and we weren't sure if it was like a ballistic vest, anything like that.
Oh,
so
no,
that's
it's
why
just
we just came out like this, and also so we were clearly identified as law enforcement.
The only bad thing I have on me is my extra cameras when they get too hot, or my extra batteries. Boop.
Yeah, no
absolutely.
worries.
I figured that's,
Yeah, just all that kind of stuff.
We were
so.
just trying to make sure that everyone was safe. That's it.
Sure. No sweat. Everything's good, man.
Okay. Perfect.
All right. You guys good?
Yep. We're good.
Like I said, just wanted to de-escalate a little bit, make sure it wasn't going to be anything crazy. So,
of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys seem totally fine, but you guys got to admit, there are some people out there, police officers, that do things they shouldn't be doing. I've never met you before, so I just wanted to de-escalate a little. So,
Of course, there's definitely a stigma around it, but we just obviously want to be professional with you. And thank you for being professional with us as well.
yeah, well, geez, no ill will for you guys or anything like that. Everything's good to go here. So, any other questions I can answer?
Nope, not at this moment.
All right, so everything's good.
Yep.
All right, and I'm not detained.
No, not any longer.
Awesome. I was detained.
Well, I mean, we stopped you just to make sure that there was nothing going on. That's
Yeah. Fair enough. All right, cool.
Okay.
All right, everything good then?
Yeah.
All right.
Good, yeah.
Yep.
You guys want to do the slow OK Corral back off thing where we look at each other intently and intensely the whole time? Or? No? Okay. I'll tell you what. I will share something with you since you guys are now getting willing to walk away. I'm a journalist.
Okay.
I was working on a story because the tips and leads I got were that you guys, well, not you two, but NCIS accosted an elderly man taking photos and video at that location. What he was trying to do is basically get photos and video of like cool military vehicles, whatever that is. I mean, I don't know how cool a 5-ton or a deuce and a half is, but whatever. So allegedly that's what he said, and that he also made an allegation that when he was confronted, that he was told he had to erase everything off of his camera, and out of fear that he did, which of course would be horrifically illegal. Like, that's called going to jail time kind of illegal, which I found to be honestly a bit shocking that would happen. But you guys up there did nothing illegal at all. I mean, you're basically a regular Navy police. We're totally fine. They were professional. They stayed in their jurisdiction and all that kind of stuff. They didn't act crazy or anything. So I just wanted to see if there was any merit to those allegations, because frankly, I mean, the whole point of you guys putting on your uniform and doing what you guys do in the military is to protect everybody's ability to do those very things.
We're actually not in the military. We're a civilian organization.
Oh, I was like, that's some hippie hair you guys got going on right there, but fair enough.
That's why, like, we're not, so our jurisdiction, we're federal law enforcement officers. We're,
gotcha.
Authorized to enforce federal law. So
Sure.
that's why we can come off base. That's why we can have this conversation here.
Well, sure. I mean, you're federal. You can go anywhere you want. I mean, plus if it's consensual, I mean, geez, 3 dudes can talk to 3 dudes whenever they want, right? So nothing going on. There was no crime. But anyways, that's what I was looking into. There were no allegations of like physical abuse. I want to be clear about that. The guy had said he was intimidated, or his language was coerced into deleting the photos and video. I'm sure you guys have probably heard of people doing that, like kind of like not necessarily going to an air show, but you know, you've seen people outside of military installations. They see tanks or whatever it is that's going on and off. They think it's cool. So I thought that would be really crappy if the United States Navy did something like that, or NCIS or whatever. So I figured I'd look into it, and I didn't see anything until you guys came down here. But I'm not saying there's anything bad about that. I just want to be clear about that. So.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
You said you're a journalist?
I am.
Are you with the Kitsap Sun? Or?
I'm not. I'm an independent investigative journalist. I just get tips and leads. I go out and look at it. Sometimes there's something there. Sometimes there's not. And then I just use my Superman powers and fly away into the sky.
All right.
Pretty cool,
Okay.
huh?
Would be cool, yeah.
Okay.
I know you guys are gonna wait. You're gonna wait me out and see, like, is this guy really gonna fly? Anyways, you guys have a good day. Okay.
Thanks, you
Take
too.
care. All right. All right, guys. Well, that was NCIS, Naval Criminal Investigations Service. They pulled me over. Well, not pulled me over. They stopped me in the road. They yelled at me. They're technically special agents for the federal government. They work specifically with the Navy, and that's what just happened. You guys just saw it. I have to say that there's no merit, in my opinion, to the tips and leads that I received saying that there was coercion. I want to be clear to the gentleman that reached out to me. I appreciate you doing so. Sometimes those encounters can be kind of weird. And if you're not used to being in those encounters, then it can be a bit intimidating. So I don't know if that's what happened, but all I know is they attempted to ID me. They attempted to use 18 USC 795 as an excuse to get my ID and say I couldn't take photos there. Fortunately, I've read a lot of law and I'm well familiar with what that statute says. Those signs were not conspicuously posted, therefore there's, as far as I know, they weren't there, and therefore it's not a valid reason to identify me. He did mention Terry stops. That's Terry v. Ohio, 1968. That statute allows them to temporarily detain someone to ascertain if there's any reasonable, articulatable suspicion that a crime has occurred, is about to occur, or is occurring, and if so, they can move on to determining if there's probable cause to effect an arrest. There certainly wasn't probable cause for anything because I didn't break the law. I was standing on County Road. In Washington State, you got to make sure that you observe the revised codes of Washington for traffic. Pedestrians on the highway in Title 46, Chapter 61, Section 250 says you have to move in opposition to traffic when on an open road where there is no sidewalk. And if you're going to cross the road, you have to move perpendicular to the flow of traffic, exactly 90 degrees. You can find that 4661-240. And, you know, you got to watch out for police. They will observe all of those in an attempt to find an infraction, an actual crime that's occurred, so that they can actually ID you. That's what's critical to ensuring that your Fourth Amendment stays intact, as I just did with NCIS there. So that's it here today. Please like, share, and subscribe. Hit that all notifications bell so you get my stories right when they're released. You can follow me at X at I.A.M. Free Auditing, on Facebook at Inland Auditing Media. If you want to help keep my feet on the streets, you can do so by going to the links in the description for Cash App and Venmo. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting my journalism.